Well, concerns have been raised in East Clare following a series of alleged burglaries and thefts in the Tulla area. Posts shared on the East Clare Community Alert Facebook page in recent days include video footage of a group reportedly targeting homes and cars locally. Now, the incidents follow a string of break-ins across the county last week, which prompted separate Garda investigations. Well, for more on this morning, let's go to Matthew Moroney of East Clare Community Alert, who is joining us on the phone lines this morning. Good morning, Matthew.
Good morning, Sally-Ann. How are you?
Very well, and thanks for joining us on the programme, Matthew. I suppose, firstly, can you outline for people who may not be aware of what's been unfolding there in the area? What has been happening in recent weeks?
Well, basically, I suppose it's going on since before Christmas, maybe back into November. There's been a spate of burglaries, a lot of cars stolen. Those cars subsequently used in robberies again throughout the time, and it's an ongoing issue. It might go away for a few days or a week, and next thing a weekend you'll see that they'll come back again.
Now, I was looking at the Facebook page last night, Matthew, and I mean, you're very active in terms of reminding people, that this is of serious concern in the area. I mean, there's footage up there from the likes of what I imagine is one of those doorbells that can record the video footage, which is really, really clear.
It is, and I suppose that post has reached this morning over 100,000 people with all the shares it has got, and somebody out there knows who this person is. Somebody knows the cars that's involved, because I take it a lot of the cars that's been used are robbed already, and they have been stored someplace by day. So somebody knows. There's a link there that somebody knows. It's just a matter of them coming forward to the Garda.
I suppose what I found really striking, Matthew, when I saw the various footage and the photos that are up there on the Facebook pages, a lot of this is happening in the dead of night, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. And on that footage in particular, which is extremely clear, it's one guy going to the door trying his luck, but there's 3 other guys coming behind him.
There is, and that's a big worry, Sally-Ann, because while nobody has confronted these people yet, some people get up early, especially the farming community that have cows calving this time of the year and everything, and if you happen to be up and someone had the luck of getting into your house, or the bad luck of getting into your house, that's where they're worried that something is going to happen, that somebody is going to get seriously hurt or injured, because while they're coming in and taking keys and things like that, they haven't been confronted. But what happens when they are confronted? It'll be 4 against 1, And we see in Tulla over the weekend that there was more than one carload of them. There was 4, as you rightly said, in that carload, but there was also 2 other suspicious cars seen in the area as well. So there could have been anything up to a group of 10 people around Tulla on the weekend,
But why do you think, Matthew, your particular area seems to be suffering such a high incidence of this, like you said, since Christmas?
I think it has been spiking up and down throughout the times. We've seen some rural Garda stations close there over the last number of years. I suppose the Garda are under-resourced. I suppose there's no superintendent or inspector that wouldn't gladly welcome maybe another 10, 15 guards in their district, So things like that, I think, maybe more visibility, if it was possible, the guards. I know they can't be every place, but more visibility at night time around, it would be a deterrent, especially for elderly residents, In my line of work, I meet a lot of people who live on their own and live in secluded areas, and they don't have, I suppose, the technology that some people have with ring doorbells and things like that, and they're living down long country lanes and things like that, and they're frightened. They're very frightened. Like, if people who don't even go to mass on a Saturday night now, if in case their home is burgled while they're gone, things like that, it's really causing upset to the community.
And the ones that don't seem to be frightened are the ones that are carrying this out, because they're very blatant.
Yeah, you can see, they come right up to the cameras. They look stare into them. You know, there was other ones there where you could see they opened the door and went in and through a person's pockets, got keys, went out. You know, it's they're definitely professional, I'd say, at what they're doing anyway. You know?
Matthew, tell me about the Garda response. I mean, are people reporting these incidents still? You know, what has been the engagement with the Gardaí, with this community, given the number of incidents you're seeing?
Yeah, listen, the girls are doing their best. You know, they're trying to get there, but I suppose it's hard. Maybe if a girl is called to an incident in, say, Whitegate, and because they amalgamated with Tipperary division, their next call could be as far away as Roscrea, you know, so it's very hard on those guards to be everywhere, you know. It's a long drive from Whitegate to Roscrea, you know, so things like that, I think the hierarchy of Garda Síochána maybe might want to look into. They have a big area to cover. Again, I feel myself, and people who contact the page and contact me through the page all feel that the Gardaí are under-resourced, and they would like to see more, you know.
I suppose the Facebook page that you're running is one of the tools that the community is using to keep communicating about this, to keep highlighting it. I mean, has something like Community Alert, is that in place there? Has it proven effective at any stage?
Look, it has helped in a few cases, and there was a few vehicles recovered from that page and things like that. People send the details in, and we send the details on to the Gardaí, you know. But I suppose the alarming thing about this is, no matter how good your camera is, if four people walk up to it with balaclavas, it's going to be very hard to identify them, you know. So that's why I'm saying that somebody knows where these cars are parked. They have been robbed. They've been robbed from Tipperary, East Clare area, and if someone could even point us in the direction of where they are, that we could give them the information to the Gardaí, it possibly would lead to the catching of those, you know.
Yeah, because I suppose the concern is, as you've outlined, Matthew, that, you know, if somebody inadvertently confronts, you know, the last thing you want to see is somebody injured or hurt.
Yeah, look, it has happened in East Clare in the past, you know, and we don't want to revisit those days again. So again, I'd urge everyone, if they hear anything, not to confront anyone, because it's ring the guards and stay safe, because it's not like it could be one person against four, maybe 6 to 8 people. We don't know, you know. When they're travelling in more than one car, it's alarming, you know.
Okay, we'll leave it there for the moment. Matthew Moroney of East Clare Community Alert, thank you for joining us on Morning Focus this morning.